cry laugh emoji. Don't worry
Is
about
that
it.
really
Don't worry
true? Do I have a snake eye brew right
I
now?
wonder who made this. I wonder where this came from. Huh? Who stole this? Seto Kaiba 589. Kaiba, you're a VIP in this channel. A VIP. And you're stealing from your streamer. Unbelievable. You just took this from me. Okay. Is Konami stupid? Exodia is nicknamed the Forbidden One. Looks inside, not forbidden. Okay, that's actually good. It's so shit and dumb, but it's just funny. Like, it's dumb. It's too. Sometimes I just love dumb memes, man. I don't know. Anything involving a cat is always gonna make it slightly better than it actually is. And I just love the O cat. He's my favorite. He's good. He's a good boy. What do you mean it's Umi? Hey guys, a legendary ocean, not what I'm called. Yep, we've seen this in 9 different forms. I think we had 3 of these last week, right? There was the Imperm one. I think there was a Cyber Dragon one. Probably one more as well. Yeah, we've seen this like 1,000 times. Okay, it's not Woods tier. It's a good meme. It's just that you've done it like 20 times. Like, not even counting the ones that actually made it into the final cut last week. You've done this like multiple times. But you know what they say. Repetition is an earnest man's work.
Never heard that saying, but honestly,
Base lion.
That's
a lion
based.
doesn't play. Snake Eye Fiendsmith. Because lions are wild animals and don't understand Yu-Gi-Oh! Okay, see, a little bit of anti-humor there, suspension of disbelief. You know, you think he's gonna say something like Snake Eye Fiendsmith is ugly and annoying and bad. The thing is, like, you're never going to top, like, the best version of this. See, if you're going to make a remake of, like, a very popular ongoing meme, it has to be better than the original, somewhat. Or at least tangentially related to your niche subject and topic, which is Yu-Gi-Oh!, but be just as funny as the original. Because the original is a lion doesn't concern himself with wiping. Like, that's so funny. That's so funny. You know? Because you can imagine some, like, finance crypto bro posting these inspirational lion memes or whatever, and it's like, it's just such anti-humor. The lion doesn't wipe after he shits. You know, just like a gauge level meme. It's good. That's not the original. Well, that's the worst original one I saw. What is the original? What is the original? A lion doesn't. Welcome back to Meme Review. There was a small little incident. We're just gonna continue from where we left with the Yu-Gi-Oh memes. Okay. Hi, hello. All right. Branded players after the new ban list announced and people bitching about branded fusion is at 2. I am a victim of my own success. Why is it always like the ongoing current popular anime, cartoon, you know, niche nerd subculture type of thing that is just taking any scene from the show and just putting black text on white background, and then it's like, here's something about Yu-Gi-Oh, but it's the picture, and it's always like the most mid, not funny thing that you can come up with. I am a victim of you. This could be anything. This could literally be anything. I am a victim of my own success.
That's what a meme is for.
When you run out of zones for negates in Snake Eye. Like that you could just do something dumb like that, and it just works, quote unquote, you know? Like,
that's why it's a meme, because it can fit pretty much anything.
The more accurate this becomes. Haas199. Wow. The shit take Haas, the notorious Farfa viewer with the worst takes in the community, posting on our Master Duel. Floodgates help me win. IQ score? Basically nothing. No, you can't just play Floodgates to stop my 200-step combo. Floodgates help me win. Top IQ. Haas, remind everyone what deck you play. Just for reference, just what are your most played decks over the last couple of years? Right now it's Snake Eye. Yep, cool. Okay. Before that, remind everyone. Just wait for it. Waiting. 60 card tier limit. Okay. Not the one I was thinking of, but already some of you probably have very strong opinions on this person as an individual. Their mains are Snake Eye and tier limit. What's the other popular trap deck that you love playing? Also, how many trap cards did it play? how many of which were floodgates? See, you already have an idea as to the type of person that frequents our Macedo meme review. You know? Zudia, shut up. Okay, oh, Zeus Turbo with Dimension Shifter and 50 hand traps. Yeah, like, that's much better. Okay, dude. Alright, so this is the person making these memes. Just so you know, the floodgates help me win 145 IQ, supposedly. This is the person who's demonstrating this. A Snake Eye player, a tier player,
I need a list. I need a list that's older.
My opponent, after I use
when Snake Eye was still full power.
It's good. That's, you know, it's
Buenos
funny
Aires
to me because I'm someone who lived through 2 monsters, full Orcus combo, 2 monsters, make verte, 2 monsters.
Oh, this is Snake Eye Fire King.
It's almost as if wait, hear me out here. It's almost as if generic Link 2s that go into a different deck were a mistake. Say it with me. Blue Eyes is 20% of the meta. It needs to get hit.
That fucking hit whatever her name was.
Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Is this like technically a leak? Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Hello, El Shadal Winda from Yu-Gi-Oh! Hello,
Midnight Early, what, why?
Each player
is this
can't
here?
cast more than 1 spell per turn. Each player can only special summon 1 monster per turn. Summoning monsters and activating card effects. Definitely the same thing. I guess for those of you who have that niche crossover Venn diagram between Magic the Gathering and Yu-Gi-Oh!, which is about 4 people, no one important likes both games, thankfully, especially a big content creator or something. Yeah, I guess you're technically right.
People,
probably. I don't know.
People used to run Snake Eye at
when you're
3
playing an air match and you see what your deck does against
when it wasn't limited yet, right?
Wonder what this feels.
Oh, it just muted itself. Was that TOS?
Wonder what this feels like. Ow! That hurts. My God, is that what I've been doing to people? I belong here.
Hey, chimeras, huh? Oh, we got 2 prison memes back to back. I killed man. And what is with the broken English, dude? Why is there broken English? I killed man. And you? I used Purge and Impulse in the same duel. Dude, what the fuck? Wait, what does that restrict you from? Wait, what can you even play at that point? Dominus, Purge, Dominus, Impulse. So that lets you play... That's all the attributes. Dark, Water, Fire, Light, Earth, Wind. What's left? Trap cards and Divine. You're just playing stun. You're just playing stun. Oh, Drake meme. He's back. Awesome. Love that. Memento player is about to beat you. Time limit victory. Stun players after. Oh, God. Wake up. Come on. Snap out of it. Please, if you can hear my
How long
voice,
were we
it's
dealing
no
with
use.
Poplar
He's in
at
a deep
1?
coma. Nadir's back to 3. Moyi, we have to kill this guy. Okay.
Is that a racist meme?
Alright. Let's figure it out together. This card was created and the material was sent to the cemetery under certain circumstances. 1 self-drawing of tiles. If this card is sent to the grave, a synchro material can be activated. Draw 1 card from your deck. Okay. What's the joke? No, genuine. This is like an I don't get it situation. What does Dogmatica Ecclesia have to do with Moyi's effect? Ni hao. What? That's the joke? China? Like, what? What is the joke? Like, it keeps defaulting to Japanese. Download translation. Isn't that like an audio button? I'm pretty sure Google has like a play audio thing, doesn't it? Okay, whatever. Anyway, it really is a roach. Forbidden limited list. Blah, 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 blah. How are you still alive? I have no idea. Sonic the Hedgehog. We've seen this template like 600 times. Gotta appreciate the commitment. Admit their favorite deck is bad. Spend 10 hours trying to make it work. Yu-Gi-Oh players. Really trying to do a bit of a catch-all here. Generic meme to get the updates. See, okay, so this is something we don't probably mention as much as we should, but there is the categorization of memes that are just like bad memes, right? Like this one, like this is just kind of unfunny. Abdul Samir? Abdul
Oh
Samir?
shit, we were dealing with
Abdul
Hot Red
Samir.
Dragon Archfiend King
You have
Calamity.
posted the same meme basically twice. He is in the top like votes multiple times this week. He posted the Invincible meme, black text and white background, and what did he do? Template of a comic strip panel thing. Amazing. Good job, Abdul somebody. Really putting in the work today. So anyway, this type of meme, this is just an update farming meme. You make it as generic and as open-ended as possible so that you can try and get as many people as possible to give you the Reddit updates. That's just all this is. It's just karma farming. When you're doing a convoluted combo with a weak payoff, but the opponent surrenders. Fuck off! Fuck you! Like, oh, what the? How did a chef meme get here, dude? Come on! Oh, you guys sit and pretend you hate me so much, but you know that I indirectly cause the most fucking content in this community, and I hate it. Deleted? What the hell did bro say? What the hell did bro say to get deleted? I get the reference! For those who didn't, the post reference to last week Master Massive, in which Farfa tried to use the cards depicted in the meme to attack himself and give himself a bunch of life points, but Gage surrendered before he could do that because Farfa kept negating Gage's stuff, so he couldn't do his stuff either. It's actually a really accurate summary. If I don't get to do my combo, then you don't get to do my combo. Got him. Malice and Master Duel Day 1.
What the
What is this?
fuck is
that Masquerena?
this?
Is this like a chibi Masquerena? I don't think anyone's gonna be maining
Is this
Lancel
real?
unless that deck
Did
is
this
like
really make top
years
32?
Oh, it's Chessie Cat.
Please tell me you're running grass. Oh my god, it's not running grass.
This just metabad, yeah? Metabad?
Holy shit, this
Guys,
is crazy.
Meta, is it good? Grrr.
Why is Ryzeal here?
Why are you clown? Because this subreddit are the biggest clowns, not me. That's why. Why am I clown? Because these people think this is funny. Malice is going to be a good deck, guys. Yes! Yes! It's back! It's back! My body is an aqua that turns monsters into water. Yes!
Is that even
It's
good?
fucking back! Let's go! Woo! I miss them so much, dude.
You know,
I miss
I'm
them.
making my own brew. Fuck it.
I would take 1,000 more of these than shit like, you know, Abdul Summer's
Do people play Birch?
Invincible panel with black text on white background. Give me more, dude. I will take all of these before I take more of that shit, dude. Alright, that's the last one. Alright. Overall, you get a haha out of a haha. Well done, everyone. This was a great episode. Bonus memes. This week was mediocre. I would laugh more on an episode of the Teletubbies. Teletubbies has some banger scenes, though, to be fair. After seeing this week's memes, Baby Sarasaurus personally asked Ovi to euthanize it. That's good. Banger as always, Homielander. Lol, kill me, please. Nah, keep yourself safe. No one is actually commenting about the memes. The series should be called Fuamaka, Fartfa Weekly. Stop calling me Fartfa! Weekly meme content. Hey guys, Peter Griffin here to explain the comment. The comment poking fun at how this is meme reviews basically stopped even attempting to have funny memes and turned into Farfa Weekly meme content, with Farfa being a silly nickname for the YouTuber Farfa, whom has recently been diagnosed with terminal baby memes equals funny cancer. FWMC riffing on Fuamoko, the VTuber duo known for their Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel promotional series, so instead of critiquing new memes, you might as well be watching Farfa's recycled crashing out on MasterChef and Fuamoko's constant bow-wowing antics on loop. Very intelligent of them to make that reference. صح أسامة شريف أسامة شريف هذا مش غير حبيبي هذا متزاير هذا إفريقي. I didn't think of it this far, but thanks for the explanation. Bow bow. Not gonna lie, this is the first time I've ever smiled at an awesome lesbian couple, evil, intimidating something meme format. Credit when it's due, it has come a long way from the Berserk roots. Yes. Meme review became so mediocre, we have to rely on bonus memes. You know, the mediocre meme. Alright, bonus meme number 1. It's not a bonus. Dude, if your bonus meme gets 30 upvotes, it isn't funny. It isn't good, okay? Look, this is just gonna be some bad Breaking Bad edit, and it's gonna be so terrible.
I still have plenty to live for, unfortunately.
Alright, the bonus meme, but look at my meme that no one liked. Are you stupid? You're dark holing Tearlaman? What? Are you? How many cards does this actually affect? Oh, that's the joke. Oh, okay, yeah, that is the joke. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's actually good. It's actually good. Okay. I was wrong. It was a good one. Opponent surrender. You don't get to see the cool payoff, but hey, it's a thought that counts, right? 4th fa. Yes, Skyver. They stole Farfa's meme and got away with it. You're looking cute today, Farfa. That was posted a day ago, so you don't know what I was looking like. Wow, that second meme sure was original and creative. I wonder where the inspiration came from. Mask, you couldn't even get the first 4 letters right. What do you mean it's cringe to activate Pulse and Purge in the same game? Have you ever heard of Phantasm Spyro? You are cringe because you activate monster effects. I am based because I smash with big fish. You probably don't play Equation Cannon because you have Dyscalculia. If my girl and Megalo Smasher X were drowning, I wouldn't care. I'd still save the fish, even if it's a fish and lives in the water. Every floodgate in existence controlled by the fish. Sun is valid if it contains big fish. I bet Spiral Serpent would love you more than most of your friends. This is so fucking funny. If my girl and Megalo Smasher X were both drowning, I would save Megalo Smasher even though it's a fish. Oh. The first funny Macedon comment. What was this week's content again? Something, hey guys, I'm something meta bad, something body machine. By the way, Japanese thing on Moe is her draw effect until we be Japanese meme bot. The Japanese thing. So can we just like dissect and break down how like bizarre this comment is? See, this meme, the Moe one is, where is it? It's Chinese. We literally tried to translate it. This is Chinese. It's not Japanese. But it's really weird because they actually gave the correct effect. Like that is like what it says. It's the draw effect. So how did he say Japanese, but he also correctly translated it from Chinese? You also tried Japanese at first? No, bro, I just pasted it in and it like auto defaults to Japanese because I play Yu-Gi-Oh! And everything we translate on stream is usually Japanese. Stop trying to extrapolate that I'm stupid and racist from that. Are you dumb? Fuck you. Alright, anyway. Holy shit, there's a lot of comments today. Let's find some bonus memes and wrap it up then. Reddit. Farfa bait. Okay. Literally every time. Alright, what is this? One upvote! You cannot post one upvoted meme and think it's funny. If he was black, I'm not even reading the rest of that. 0 upvotes, 24 comments.
This is a little too big. Maybe I should cut Fiendsmith. Doesn't seem all that necessary when Snake Eye on its own is already so dang powerful.
He gave the accurate meaning. Anyway, let's not spend more time on that. Weirdos, this is a lesbian. I don't even know what monster that is. What is that? Is that Silent Magician? Who is that? Sheen, this is the 7th negate, 8th negate. Okay, you guys, today I'm going to showcase you guys the best pendulum combo that destroys the meta. Your opponent are going to cry. They think I'm invisible. Konami, unban Electromite. Very weird, loose Triff reference shoehorned into it. This is like Gage with the prompt, but instead of the prompt, it's Triff with the invisible reference. Like, what did he just say? Anyway, thanks everyone for tuning in to the funniest meme review we've ever had.
Get it? 1-1. Snake Eyes. I'm so funny. Anyway, making that deck is taking too long. I'd rather be doing my testing. My friendship has ended with ruin. The more I play that Drytron Ruin variant, the more I realize it's not actually Ruin my heart belongs to. No, it's actually Diviner of the Herald. So I'm actually planning on brewing up a voiceless voice thingy as well. Maybe voiceless Fiendsmith can work. I hate to say... I hate that I'm even saying that.
Other eras in Yu-Gi-Oh! Probably throughout the middle of its lifespan. In other trap-based decks such as Paleozoic, other decks, you can take advantage of the fact that this is a trap card that it draws you cards, and maybe your deck
I did my test against Raizio Mitsurugi was
mitigate the fact that you don't get to
do against the other meta contender.
It is strategy dependent. Some like Exodia decks again would play a card like this.
I mean, this could do something.
2 turns, but let's say you have 2 Reckless Greed.
I mean, I can stop the opponent from playing. You're guaranteed, but
these up, you draw, you win the game. It doesn't matter, right? This
the
card
problem is if I can play after, because
it will see play from time to time. Just
these 2 cards don't do anything.
Modern Yu-Gi-Oh standards, but throughout like a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh's history, this card has come up from time to time. And a lot of people would say it's not great, but in the right decks it can be okay. But it was limited for quite some time, but for the most part, it's set to recount, and it's fine. So I think for the most part, your assessment's correct, but early on, this card could just basically be like a dumb auto win if you have to just stack it together, which is kind of stupid.
You are a snake.
I am that snake. I am that snake. Here, okay, you know what? I'm going to help you out, buddy. It's the last card of the video. I'm going to help you. I've shown you all of these cards. There's no way you are going to go, oh, for whatever. I don't know how many cards we've gone through at this point. I'm going to show you the closest analog. Yes, I'm going to show you the peak of card draw in Yu-Gi-Oh! Behold, the reincarnation of Pot of Greed right before your very eyes.
Pot of Avarice. Spell. Target 5 monsters in your graveyard, shuffle all 5 into the deck, then draw 2 cards. 5 monsters, huh? A lot of monsters. And then you gotta put them back in your deck. If you get a monster from the extra deck, does it go into your deck now?
It shuffles back into the extra deck for game mechanics. It doesn't shuffle back, it just gets placed back.
I love that it says B deck, but we have multiple decks there with us, you know, and like, I've got to get really into the weeds on this writing now because it's clearly
please
not
don't draw another starter.
the card.
Fuck my
It's
ass.
understanding what they've made
Right in its hole.
that they don't put on websites.
In fairness, Pot of Avarice was printed only when fusion monsters existed, and fusion monsters weren't very good in old Yu-Gi-Oh! So I think it was worded that way because of the fact that at the time, people were only using it to shuffle main deck monsters back into the main deck, if that makes sense.
They did put a cost on it. They did put a cost on it.
Yeah, you say everything's free in Yu-Gi-Oh! I've been showing you stuff that isn't free.
So delve cards are cards in Magic that like require you to have cards in the graveyard to cast them at a powerful cost, but they have powerful effects. And those cards are very good. At times in Magic they were banned and restricted, but generally speaking, like there are formats where they exist where they are not banned and restricted, but there are always a conversation about them. One of them, Treasure Cruise, is a draw 3, but it requires you to have, like, to cast it for 1 mana, you have to have 7 cards in your graveyard.
That's crazy. Oh my god.
Wouldn't that be amazing?
That would be insane. Yeah.
So that card has been amazing
What's
in
happening?
Standard, which was a smaller format. It was banned in other formats, and it is currently on like some people want it banned, some people want it legal in the Pioneer format.
Okay. Wait, so how does Delve work as a mechanic? Does Delve shuffle them back into the deck and then you draw 3?
It does not. It exiles the card.
Oh, that's different. Okay.
So they're gone for good.
Okay. Well, in your game.
Would you rather shuffle them in than exile them? I think you would. Exile's bad. Exile's gone forever. These at least are back in your deck. Yeah. I mean, your game. Maybe Exile isn't that way. But yeah, having them back in the deck and then drawing the cards is probably, some people in some way probably like that.
Okay.
It's probably a good thing in some ways. Yeah, but instead of this just being like no cost play this draw too, now you have to do the combats, summon the thing, special to summon the thing, tribute summon the thing, and then you get to do it. So how often, like, it does make these in multiples worse. If you draw 2 of these and 4 monsters, you're gonna have a bad time. So similar to like Treasure Cruise, if you just didn't get enough cards in the graveyard, you know, Treasure Cruise, you could just pay more because you could just pay mana instead, because on its basis, it's an 8 mana spell. So you could just pay mana to make up what wasn't in the graveyard. This doesn't have that option. You have to have 5 monsters in your graveyard to play this at all. That's what I'm understanding from Target, right?
For context, I don't know if it helps your evaluation or not. If you activate this, target the 5 monsters in your graveyard. If your opponent has a response to move any of those 5 targets out of the graveyard, either by exiling it or doing anything like that, it doesn't have to be all 5. It can just be 1. This card will not resolve.
That wouldn't happen in Magic. Okay. Yeah, that's great. That'll feel great. I imagine that there are decks that tried to take max advantage of this by just having a ton of ways to fill the graveyard with monsters and actually get to run 3 of these. But there is a fail state. There is definitely a fail state. We've covered it. There are multiple fail states. Then, like, your average deck, just your, like, everyday kind of deck, can probably run, maybe it doesn't run 3 because the risk of drawing multiples and not being able to play it might just mean that you lose from having a bad turn. It sounds like falling behind in Yu-Gi-Oh! Is brutal. So, maybe
Falling behind means you
1,
lose.
but it does feel like every deck with a monster theme would want some number of this. And the cost and the downside is enough that, like, did this have to get banned? This is selling nostalgia. This is being like, look, it's pot of greed, guys. We gave you pot of greed. And then they're like, it doesn't quite work. It is not quite the same, is it? But you already spent your money.
Well, for context, pot of greed is banned at this point.
Yes, exactly. So they are doing the thing they came to do. Did they have to restrict or ban this? The kind of the recursive element of this has some dangers to, like, crazy combo decks going off, right? So, like, if you are drawing most of your deck or milling most of your deck and then just putting back in the very best cards, like, you shown me a few cards and they got banned, but we're basically able to mill a bunch of your deck, right? So if you like mill a big chunk of your deck and then use this to put certain cards back in, draw 2 of them, especially like if 3 of them are the same monster and 2 are the other monster, it kind of just creates a win con on the spot if those 2 monsters like combo for something insane. So like that right there is nasty, but the problem is probably whatever milled your whole deck. Maybe not specifically this card. I could still see this card getting hit because of the card draw thing. I'm really torn because this is definitely a good card, and there are probably ways to abuse it in endgame and combo deck states. But was this card the problem? Because in those situations, other cards probably had to get the axe, and you've shown me some in the past. Their name escapes me, but you know. Like, if you had this card and the card that let you mill your whole deck, you basically have a combo win right there. You can draw whatever 2 monsters you want, assuming you had multiple copies of them in your graveyard. This card, it's not fine, but did it have to get banned? It's really a tough call because the cost is actually useful. There are definitely states, though, where it is nutty. You know what? Restricted, I think, is totally fine. The card might be fine in multiples because there is a downside to multiples, but maybe it pushed the deck that was like, oops, all monsters in the graveyard all the time over the top, because that deck takes advantage of Pot of Avarice in the way other decks can't, or it pushed some kind of a combo deck over the top where they flip their deck over, put the 2 monsters in multiple copies, like I said, draw into them, win the game. So I'm gonna go with restricted, but I've had a terrible video, and actually this one is one I'm most conflicted about, so whatever. Let's go.
That's why we saved it for last. So, restricted, final answer. Pot of Avarice. Everyone loves, especially old school Yu-Gi-Oh players, everyone loves Pot of Avarice. When they announced that this card was coming out, especially because it was on the heels of Pot of Greed getting banned not too long prior, this was exciting for a lot of people because people love drawing cards, as you know. And funny enough, Pot of Avarice got limited, restricted, very early on in Yu-Gi-Oh's lifespan because I think they were afraid of like it being another Pot of Greed type situation where even though it does have a cost, yes, I think they kind of wanted to just have the guardrails up just in case there was some like way that this card got abused. So it was limited very early on in Yu-Gi-Oh's lifespan. And as you said, this was a card that basically every deck in early Yu-Gi-Oh! Would play a singular copy of. It was too inconsistent to play multiple.
What an amazing top deck.
You drew them early on and you didn't have the graveyard set up.
This puts us on the board.
But having a singular copy, if the game is going longer, to be able to refuel your deck with some of your best monsters and draw a couple cards, it would get you back in the game, right? It was a bit of a comeback mechanic. Not that Yu-Gi-Oh! Was devoid of comeback mechanics, but it's a very simple, just ubiquitous one that all decks could play. And so you would see a lot of decks around this time just playing a singular copy of Pot of Avarice. I think the one thing you may have potentially overlooked is the fact that this is an eternal format. And eventually, Pot of Avarice was a card that made its way to unlimited status because not that people were, doing anything like crazy with it, but it was more the fact that even if it was at 3, people would only play a singular copy anyway. Playing 3 wasn't, it was making your deck less consistent. So people would only play 1 even if it was a 3. So, once we start getting into these new summoning mechanics that you've learned about, such as synchro summoning and such, it was not difficult for players to find ways to fill the graveyard with more than 5 monsters in the very first turn very easily. Also, we talked about how cards from the extra deck will go back into the extra deck through Pot of Avarice, so not in the main deck. So it's not inconceivable that you send several monsters from the extra deck back into your extra deck, and only maybe shuffle 1 or 2 cards back into your main deck. So you're not even making the consistency of your deck any worse as a result, or as worse as it would be if you shuffled 5 back, right? So you have a higher chance of drawing the cards you actually want to draw. But unfortunately, when it got to the point that people were figuring out how to, or when the cards were released, I should say as well, when people were figuring out how to dump 5, 10, 15 monsters into the graveyard with relative ease, Pot of Avarice became a card that became very out of hand very quickly because of the fact that there's no once per turn clause on this card, because of the fact that basically when you have a way to mitigate the cost of this card, it basically became 3 copies of Pot of Greed. And as a result, Pot of Avarice got banned for several years. It's at 3 now. It's actually okay to be at 3. But it was banned for...
restrict it? Why not restrict it then? That sounds like the right time for a restriction, whereas the first restriction was just teaching people to play well.
I think it's just a matter of, again, I've told you many times, just even getting a singular +1 in Yu-Gi-Oh! Is so powerful that I think they just wanted to ban it, to be honest with you. I just don't think they wanted to deal with this card because the more they released these archetypes that were very graveyard reliant, and I also think they were looking down the pipeline at the newer archetypes that they were releasing into the game, because obviously dev cycles work in these like 2 to 3 year windows. I think they knew it wasn't getting much better with like the graveyard filling archetypes because they only got better and better as time progressed. And so I think they just decided to ban it for several years to be like, okay, we don't have to worry about a free draw 2 being in the game when all these decks are playing out of the graveyard during this time.
Oh yeah.
But
I just remembered. I already used Herald.
And even newer Yu-Gi-Oh! Especially. Just a cool retrade of an old favorite, so I thought you'd appreciate it.
I definitely got some low cope here. Low cope. I definitely got some very wrong. But there are some,
I would say all, but okay.
There are some in this video that I don't feel I got very wrong. Yeah,
okay.
Actually, maybe I got them wrong. But I feel like my thinking was correct in a few places, and whoever decided banned or restricted was completely inconsistent. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying right now. Because everything we learned
they just need to not draw starters.
Restricted cards said, well, yeah, then
hell fucking yes.
But okay, sure. Let's make up new rules just to spite me. It's fine.
Well, that's the fun of these videos, right? Is that even though logically it may or may not make sense, that doesn't mean that's what they decided when they created the ban list. Also money, right? At the end of the day, maybe, they're just smiling.
That earlier and I was wrong. So don't tell me now money matters. Wait, what?
So guys, that's gonna wrap it up for another video. I really hope you all enjoyed. Let's go ahead and shout the patrons for all of their continued support. So shout outs to Shadow1317, Sim00x3, MVT Play Medolce, Moto, Cameron L. Smith, The Synchro Guy, Pony Stark, Dan the Man Hoban, Little Fadeleaf, Draconic, Dylan Rare Hunter, JW11860, Brian Dancer of Class 7, Flannel Daddy, Twinkle Muncher, literally all of the guinea pigs, Cheeks McLapperty, Stolfin Amethyst, Wonder Waffle, MVT canceled by community soon, canceled by all committee soon, canceled by all players soon, Corvain, absolute angriest peacock of the Edison Club, Daniel Howell, and life keeps using solemn judgment on my hopes and dreams. Thank you all so much again for watching, and we will see you next time.
Oh shit, it's a 20-minute long song. Apparently.
Sorry.
Such a weak sorry. My bad.
Yeah, Sarah, I am sorry.
I was literally like, I've been a model citizen. I've done nothing wrong. How did somebody guess me? Well, that makes sense.
Okay, so I guess Sarah, because I knew there was a glitch in the game and I had double tap and we were on 6, and I was like, I'm gonna guess both twice, and if I die, I die. And luckily, I just got it right the first time. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Swooper, you know what? I'm gonna try to win off sabotage. Wait, that's my angle. I'm gonna try. Oh, Pixie's bomber. I'm getting the fuck out of here. All right, is there engineer? Let's see. Right, no one's doing it. That'd be pretty funny. Okay, imagine.
Okay, well.
Yeah,
I just saw 5 bodies.
Hey, guys.
Now I'm realizing there was even more than that.
so that had to have been a bomber, and so one imposter's dead.
I have my hand over my mouth right now. That is so many people.
Did you see 5 bodies all falling in perfect unison.
Did you see it?
No, I was an admin. I'm happy to hard clear everyone alive as not bomber.
Yeah, the only thing is I saw Della coming from right to left.
What does that mean?
Well, I don't know if she saw the bomb radius and she's walking away, trying not to die.
There's other imposters now?
Yeah, it's a new change that we might keep it when we normally play, but yeah, other imposters can see bomb now.
No, I did come from the right, but I was going to the left reactor.
If it helps anything, I was the only person at left reactor. I didn't see
This is game, right?
else. I don't know if it was gonna show.
I think we either
4,000,
have
75,
the other
yep.
imposter or the glitch. We could also
7,500
have both,
rather.
but I think it's funnier if the imposter bomber got one of them.
I mean, they had to. It's like, you know, great chance.
Odds, only 5 of us left.
Yeah, I simply
Yeah.
skip. That's fair, sure, why not?
Oh, wait, who's? Oh, you're great.
I will go in here. I will fix the lights. I think it's really funny if I actually do nothing. Nothing bad here. I just be a good guy. Wait, and I'm also medic, by the way. I can't be sheriff. Well, okay, so I can guess someone as medic. Wait, I will wait for one more person to die. Okay, so if I get a kill... Okay, I need 2 people. Okay, I need the... I need to get 2 kills, and then ideally still have the medic on me. That would be ideal. I would like to see someone else with some killing role do something. But there's a chance we simply do not have it. Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out what the win con for me is here. I'll close this. I still have medic, which is nice. Hello.
Jacob is standing over this body.
Yeah, in utter shock and disbelief. I think Sarah tried to sheriff me, and I didn't think she did that at first, but then I realized I am medic, so she just died.
I don't know about that because I was amnesiac and I took Sarah's role. It's not sheriff.
Then I don't know what she did. Are you jailer? You should kill CJ.
I don't think I will.
I think he's the bad guy.
Is CJ the bad guy?
That's
What
true.
makes you
CJ
think
could be the
that?
bad guy.
I don't think so.
I think so. Oh no.
CJ forgot to vote.
That's crazy. CJ, what the fuck are you doing? Sorry, CJ. I love you.
Well, I know CJ's medic, so as long as he's not jailer, I'm still medic, so I kind of want them to go to meeting here. This is fine by me. No, this is okay. This is okay. No, I'll go fix it. It's fine. It's fine. I did not want the other imposter to do this. I never want the other imposter called sabotage. All right. I mean, I know he's medic.
What?
Why didn't Della fix the sabotage?
Why didn't Della or someone try to kill someone?
Because I was waiting on the garden.
So, wait, what? Wait, I'm confused why the game's not over. Oh, glitch.
Wait, what do you mean glitch?
Why? Well, we know there's a jailer. So one of you is the imposter, right? And then I got jailed.
Yes.
So then the imposter should know that the other person is the jailer, which means they can't guess.
Uh-huh.
Which means it's glitch?
Perhaps.
So, CJ, remember how Joe died last round?
Yeah, Joe. Oh, yeah. Why did. Guess the jailer, get it over with. I'm tired of this. Oh!
Whoa.
That's crazy.
Thanks for the medic, CJ.
CJ,
Thanks for
why
the
did you not
win,
vote?
Jacob.
Yeah, CJ, all you have to do
I
is vote.
Ella, first off, don't yell at me. Second off, I was in jail. I forgot I could vote because usually felons can't vote.
It's true.
That's a fair point.
Yeah, he's real for that.
That is
That's
kind of how
crazy.
things work in the United
You know
States.
what? I cannot blame that mentality. I guess.
What role did Sarah have, though?
Jester.
All right, we got the crewmate. Oh, I'm bait? Huh. Oh, that's pretty funny. Oh, Fur also was bait altruist. But I guess no one kills me. It doesn't matter. I'll just sit here. I will truly be bait. I will just sit here and look ever so appetizing for someone to come and kill. Ooh, I can't see anything. Wait, am I medic? God damn it. Oh. No. God damn it, no! I was chasing the morphling who... Well, yeah. Maybe it would have run out, but I was chasing them, and Sam's dead.
Wow, guys.
That's cool.
Really?
Wait, why?
We're just gonna kill Sam like that?
It might have been like a medic guess because there was the green flash.
Maybe we guess you
Wait,
is
what does the
glitch.
green flash mean?
It means
That-
somebody tried to kill a medic person, right?
Yes.
Oh, I was
have
confused.
Sixth sense, and I thought it.
That also does that too.
I think I'm the medic person because a little Madeline Alpha walked up to me, tried to kill me, couldn't, killed whoever was next to me, ran off, and then the body got reported right as they jumped into a vent.
That
Oh, I
makes
still
sense.
can't summon Zeta because it
This
already...
was outside the node,
Wait,
right
what?
in between electrical and storage. And then I chased them down to comms where they jumped in the vent.
Did anyone get
I'm confused.
It wasn't me.
No, we took that out.
Because I saw Sam just like teleport away. It looks like.
Maybe someone
Well,
guessed.
Sam's dead.
No, like I just know me, Sam, and the third person picks the light.
Probably.
Yeah, it's Giwi. I think Giwi is the glitch again. Wait, no. Can the glitch vent? I think so. Yeah, they can. I think it's Giwi, but it's too early to pull that out. Altruist bait medic is so funny. What a shocking combination of everything. I feel pretty free right now. No one can really kill me. Unless they kill the medic, and then they absolutely can. I'm invincible. I'm on top of the world. I'll go do left reactor. I'll get crazy. Oh, I forgot. We have engineer, so it doesn't matter. Oh. Oh, they are trying to. All right, let's just man all the vents. I'm trying to see if I can. Aaron? Maybe I just need to watch everything. Giwi could have come out of that vent out there. Yeah, we were all just chasing.
I don't know why Aaron and was that Smith up there?
Wait, what?
Wait, no, it was Smith. You were in comms.
It was Sarah's body that you reported.
Yeah, why did no one report it? You guys were just running around it.
Because I was shy and I saw out of the corner of my eye 2 Madelines.
Yep.
Yeah, we already know.
Running around again, and so I saw that Jacob was running after the fake.
Again?
So I was just kind of
Yes.
Yeah.
Jacob came back. Yes, again.
Yeah, again.
So me and Aaron were kind of guarding the body.
I also ran to chase them. They went to the vent up next to it, and since we have the vents changed in this variant, they can go to any of the left vents. So, or like that electrical O2 Death Valley kind of vent layout.
Who's accounted for? You, Della, Aaron.
Me and DJ were on the right. CJ just went into
I was there
specimen.
too.
So Rickle was running kind of
Yeah.
Yeah. We don't have to vote. We don't have to vote because the body.
I also think
Yeah, I think Statement 5 was right.
Ivy is also. But I ran up and I found it.
Yeah, but you vented down.
They keep trying to kill me. Whoever is turning into me always tries to kill me first, which I think is very funny. I'm going to stick with somebody new. I'm just going to follow Giwi around because, like, honestly, what can she do? As long as I still have my medic, I'm safe. Maybe they're waiting for the blue to disappear because someone else could also kill my medic. I don't even know who my medic is. I kind of thought it was Sarah. Could be Pixie, could be Della. I'm giving them such a good angle. Such an easy angle to kill me. Did Giwi just leave? Did she just run away? I think she did. I think it's Giwi simply because she doesn't want to hang out with me. And I think if she was bad, she would want to run away.
Aaron, was there a reason you meant like this body? What body? It was behind you in the lab hallway. What the hell?
I will say, though, I had vision on Giwi at the end of the round, so...
Did you?
Yeah.
You were looking at fake Giwi that Giwi just weapons.
Yeah, I saw Giwi go into weapons.
Where were you?
I am right in front of comms. I literally just saw her in the corner of my vision go into weapons.
So you guys want to kill Aaron?
Yeah, I could do that.
Yeah, sure. Let's do it.
Wait, no. Oh, well.
Hey, hold on.
I'm Aaron. I wasn't going to, but I gotta follow my mare, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, we have a pair. Oh.
This is mob rule right here.
Well, I wanted to hear Aaron out because I know Rick was going to.
No, what?
Guys, someone installed nitro into my wheelchair.
At the very least, you can say that this one was
so fast.
Yeah, this one wasn't Rickles. I think I was with him for most of the game.
Well, yeah.
But you're gonna accuse me? I didn't listen. I didn't hear. I'm gonna stick with Giwi again because it's funny. I am so glad my medic is alive, though. What a fortunate thing to happen to me. I guess I can go on cams. I'm not doing my tasks where everyone else is. Maybe this is a What?
So Joe sort of just died.
Why would he do that?
It's Aaron as Jester playing Joe.
If the Jester gets voted out, they can kill someone from beyond the grave.
And okay, no, they do win, but the game doesn't end. We just keep going.
It could be Swooper though. How do you know
Oh,
that
that's
they were
funny.
Jester?
Because of the way that Aaron sounded when he got voted out.
I think it's fair. I'd corroborate. I was on cams and I saw Giwi and Fur walk by. Was it Joe? And they just fell over and nobody snapped or anything. So I think it was either Swooper or Aaron Jester post-mortem kill.
Yeah. Why not kill the mayor though?
Yeah.
No, you have to pick from a list.
Oh, it's a list of people.
I forgot I can't add anything to my hand from the deck, at least.
I still do not know who my medic is, but I at least know they are still alive. It could be Rickles. It's likely it's Rickles since he wants to be around me so much. All right. Oh, we have to vote.
Oh, I guess we're voting out.
Oh,
How's
yeah.
it feel?
Yeah.
I told you were gonna regret it.
Alright, got my vote.
Hello?
I don't think it's
Pikmin
him.
5, out of here.
What did I do? He deserved it.
It's the Rickler.
Well, I don't skip, but I wanted to make sure my vote was basically
yeah.
useless, so I picked.
Yeah,
up
so that's my 3 votes.
He's
Wait,
okay.
was he voting
Yeah,
Rickler?
let's all listen to the
Bye,
glitch
guys.
Kiwi, huh? Let's listen to the glitch.
I'm sorry, I have to listen to the mayor, Dilla.
Well, this is unfortunate. Politics always works like this, huh?
Yeah.
Why are we apologizing?
Because-
my heart.
It's like that
Guys, can we start gerrymandering more? I don't like this.
Hey, Della. Yeah, okay, she deafened.
I forgot I already banished Red Ransom.
I think one thing on Pikmin 5 is sometimes they'll just interrupt people, and I think Della was trying
Okay,
to...
well, I wanted to Nibiru.
But hopefully she can talk about it next round. Yeah, it's an 07. He's dead now. May he rest in peace. Oh, someone's trying to kill him. Uh-oh, my medic died. Uh-oh. Was it Pikmin 5? Uh-oh. Well, that sucks. By the time I find them, the kill cooldown's gonna be up. I almost pressed the report button. That is so fucked up. Oh my god. I just was like, okay.
Yeah.
I guess we only...
Oh wait, it was.
Two
Rick.
bodies were in the O2 on the left side.
Damn, Rick was trying so hard to kill me.
No, it's not for.
Oh, Giwi was my medic.
Wow. Yeah, there is no way I was voting CJ.
Oh, I did have bait. That's right.
This is really
Wait, why?
unfortunate. I'm sorry.
I think this is bizarre.
Sorry, buddy.
I voted Rickles.
I did have bait. That's
Why
correct.
Because I trust you.
He was
You
hiding
said you
as
had Sixth
Giwi.
Sense earlier, and then I
got my
politicked
revenge,
to you
though.
and danced around you, and I just felt like we had a trust when that happened.
I can't believe he
Glad
tried
I danced
so hard to kill me, and when he finally did, I had
You really
bait.
didn't do much.
Della wins
Well,
here, though.
you weren't at one of the kills.
And I think Della's also smart enough to kill the mayor and not CJ.
Why is the game not over?
What?
I guess I'm voting Bella.
All right, I'm voting Della.
Oh my god, Rickles ruined the game for her!
Sorry, I trust CJ with my life.
Oh, that's so unlucky.
danced
I know it could be none of us with this.
Who knows?
Oh!
Wow.
Oh, Della was the glitch.
Dude,
Wow.
Rickles,
I flopped so
Rickles
bad,
deprived Della of that glitch win.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Jacob, I think
Oh.
we saved your life round one.
No,
Oh,
you
okay, so
did.
the
And
thing is that
someone
it has
tried to
bait.
kill me. Rickles tried to kill me every round after that.
Yeah.
So funny.
Oh shit, I don't have enough life. I forgot about that.
Is this based off of like some image or comic you found
No.
at some point?
I forget how this horrible concept came to my mind, but at some point, somebody in my server, it might have been me in a tired stupor, made the joke about what if instead of making like life, like Giorno exclusively made babies and pit bulls throughout the entirety of part 5.
I've been internalizing this as babies and bulldogs because they both start with B.
No, this is far more dangerous.
Okay. So he can turn any two things into like predator and prey.
Yes. So basically the rules for this is that we'll say he can still like punch stuff with gold experience, but otherwise he is not allowed to make any kind of animal, any kind of plant. The only things that he can create are babies and pit bulls.
All right. So this is the one that you mentioned right before we started recording?
Yeah.
What the fuck is happening with Pulpo?
Alright, well, let's take a step back here. So, he does make a couple of things before he makes Pulpo. Like, when he's...
when he makes Pulpo banana.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
you have when he turns Koichi's luggage into a frog.
And he also turns the banknotes into butterflies, and there's also the frog that hops up on him.
Well, the frog that hops up on him is Koichi's luggage, and the butterflies are they are an anime original scene. So I'm not sure how we're counting that.
Let's say we'll just stick to the manga. Like, it'll be kind of hard to remember off the top of my head everything that happens in the anime or not, but we'll try to just stick to manga stuff.
All right. So Koichi opens up the car door and he sees on this hot Italian summer.
Obviously a pit bull, which viciously mauls and kills Koichi.
Well, no, because Koichi sees that someone left a dog in a hot car.
Yes, but you see, Giorno would be smart enough to leave a sign that says the AC is on, he's listening to his favorite music, he is fine.
I mean, shit, now Koichi has a dilemma, right? He can open it and save the dog at the cost of his life, or he cannot and never get his luggage back.
Well, he doesn't know it's his luggage. He just knows that there's a dog in a hot car.
Unless he saw it shapeshift into his luggage. Then again, I guess he could use echoes on the dog. He might be fine, but it depends on how... I think that, last I checked, aren't pit bulls faster than light speed?
If there's a baby present, and I don't think Giorno is cool enough to add the baby to the equation. Not against somebody who's neutral like Koichi.
Small like a baby, but built like a man.
Yeah.
So I guess Koichi, similar to the frog situation, opens the door and the dog just takes off, becoming a just hassle in Italy.
Yeah, destroying most of Italy's population.
Yeah, Koichi can't let the dog stay in a hot car. Classy of Giorno not to make it the baby.
And then clearly, when we get to Leaky-Eyed Luca, Giorno will use gold experience to turn Luca's shovel into a baby, causing Luca to be viciously mauled to death by the dog.
How fucking far away was the airport from where he met up with Luca?
It's within the same territory because the reason Luca goes after him is because he was working in his territory, and that's what the frog goes to him. So we gotta get the luggage back to Giorno.
Right.
So obviously Giorno, knowing the dog is coming,
Yeah, he planned it all along. Yeah, so his shovel turns into the baby, and then within about 0.2 seconds, the pit bull is there. Eviscerates Leaky-Eyed Luca.
I think it would just be the arm. Like there is a lock-on target there.
and it would be right after Luca calls Giorno a baby in the dub. But yeah, he completely disarms Luca. Luca dead like the original. Nothing much has changed except for just a very strange writing trend.
Yeah, Rocky was a little was a little weird when he wrote Vento Oreo with pit bulls.
He was like, "You motherfuckers want to see a dog do shit? I'll show you."
Right, so of course Bucciarati goes to investigate the pit bull obliterated leaky-eyed Lucas situation.
Alright.
No ordinary dog mauling attack, as we
Alright.
know Luca is in his middle ages, so Bucciarati would have to assume at some point a baby was involved.
He goes to Pulpo, lighter test.
Oh, we're just gonna skip over the Bruno fight?
Right.
Because Giorno does turn Bruno's tooth into a fly. That's how he's able to sniff out Bruno inside the one kid.
Oh god, you're right.
But, given that, of course, hiding in a kid, the pit bull is able to... The tooth becomes a pit bull who is able to easily sniff out Bucciarati.
I don't know how Giorno is gonna have any allies by the end of this.
The tooth into a fly, it's like about the same size. Bruno's mouth just like...
Honestly, when Giorno punches Bruno, he could turn all of his teeth into pit bulls.
It just, his head explodes into dogs.
Should we apply a size rule for things? Because, well, sometimes when Giorno turns objects into plants and animals, they retain at least a similar mass. There are situations where things obviously got a lot bigger, like when he makes trees.
Yeah, I wanted to bring up the trees. I think he just gets, like, I think he just loses there. When he's making like, trees during the lighter test, he's not getting that height. He's not...
I don't know, he can make a lot of pit bulls.
Yeah, he's not limited to just making one at a time.
Can you imagine if, like, you were being attacked by someone and you just, like, fucking 101 pit bulls at them?
That's... I feel like that'd be too time consuming. I don't think that would work out.
Yeah, because turning them all into frogs was so much less time consuming.
Turned into plant? Plant?
I'm saying that there is a moment where Giorno turns 100 cars into frogs. I think he can very easily make 100 pit bulls.
That is very true.
So the speed at which he can make the dogs is no question, and the quantity that he can create. Now, it's just about how he's going to solve his problems.
Right, so is Bucciarati just dead, or what's going on with this guy? I think he kind of has
I don't think he can really convince Bucciarati if he ever uses a baby in the fight, because part of his stance is that, like, yo, ain't it fucked up, do you have all those using children to sell drugs? So, I think Bruno is he has to either die or, like, let Giorno go.
I don't know how this plays out if Bruno dies, because then he doesn't meet anybody else. He's just a lone agent.
No, then he needs to fight the rest of...
Oh my god.
Fight the rest of Bruno's gang.
Yeah.
And then he gets noticed and gets picked up by La Squadra.
Oh my god, he joins La Squadra.
Yo, this is a fucking fanfic. What if Giorno joined La Squadra?
But also could only create pit bulls or babies. Unless we want to just, like, hand wave the Bruno fight and get Giorno into Passione.
I think it's the La Squadra thing.
Alright, so now we have to kidnap Trish.
Alright, great. I mean, is this
So,
is this incarnation of Giorno just evil? Like,
I mean, he is literally using babies. Malone is dead though. As soon as Giorno enters La Squadra's base, his pit bulls viciously maul him and Babyface to death.
He doesn't even have to, like, make the baby face. The pit bulls just know.
I'm just imagining now we have, like, a fucking puffy, like, Corella DeVille looking Giorno who walks around with like 100 pit bulls and is like that he just spawns from his coat. So they gotta get Trish now. And the best part is the person who's handling Trish is a baby man.
Wait, okay, so Bruno is dead. Does the rest of the gang still fall, like, get the task of escorting Trish? Because they only really had... What happened to Pulpo? We forgot about him.
Pulpo is still alive in jail.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I guess you'd have to assign that to someone. Because La Squadra would go rogue at this point. I guess, like, yeah, no, Polpo would, who else would they, it wouldn't be, it might be a whole new group of Passione members, or just the remnants of Bruno's gang, but who says that Bruno's gang even stays together when Bruno was what was the glue that held them together? Abacchio definitely, like, he doesn't take that too well.
The only thing I can think of that they would stick together for is to like get revenge for Bruno. So maybe this is like a weird fucked up reverse part 5 where the gang is trying to get revenge on fucking Giorno while Giorno is trying to kidnap Trish.
God, that's a wild concept. And so it would come down to Giorno with his babies and pit bulls versus Narancia.
Okay, Narancia's that's not a question. Pitbull was a win 9-1.
I guess, yeah, who would he target first? I guess Abacchio would be last, so that they could have that climactic final, like Yakuza, like final duel on top of a building in the rain.
Where they take off their shirts, yeah.
Absolutely. Giorno has like a full back tattoo of a pit bull.
Like gnawing on a baby's skull, yeah.
Diablo is so fucking confused. So, yeah, Narancia doesn't last very long. He was very, without the help of his friends and without the guidance of his father figure, he gets taken out pretty fast, I assume. Fugo.
Man, fucking like Littlefoot plus Pitbull. That's a true combo right there.
Yo, Littlefoot plus Pitbulls?
Yeah.
It's like, sorry, Fugo. While you may have surrounded yourself in purple haze, I have I have a regretful information for you. That water you were drinking it was full of pit bulls.
Yeah, I could see them. They weren't subtle.
And then with the snap of his finger, all the pit bulls returned to normal size. Actually, no, purple haze, if it's fighting like a swarm of pit bulls, well, it doesn't loot, like, it doesn't, the pit bulls don't win or survive the encounter, but I don't think Fugo, like, I don't think he has a chance if they swarm him all at once, because he can melt them, but it just ends up on him at the end of the day.
Also, he's not getting any vaccines, so that is a risky.
Well, this Giorno is tearing through fucking Bruno's crew.
Mista has a chance.
Yeah.
Mista notoriously hates dogs and children.
But does he have enough bullets to stop the horde?
Well, no, because as soon as he would start shooting the pit bulls, he'd somehow end up shooting himself. Right. Like, Giorno would reveal...
Looks like we're assuming that Giorno is going in alone. He's got his new crew with him.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck the rest of La Squadra are up to.
They're blown away by the new kid's talent.
They're like, holy shit. I'm glad this isn't a weird AU where Giorno is a good guy and, like, we're the bad guys.
Okay, I like that specific phrasing of it, because they said Giorno's a good guy, but also we're the bad guys. So they're self-aware enough to know that what Giorno is doing is monstrously evil, but not self-aware enough to realize that maybe they're not so good either.
I just imagine also being the one saying that. Because I think that, like, if you give, like, Giorno's, like, even reduced weird version of his ability and give him a member of La Squadra backing him up, that is...
He's basically invincible.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, Talking Head and, like, Clash. I'm trying to think of, like, because if Clash grabs Giorno, he might just turn the chunk of his body into a baby and have a pit bull viciously attack Clash.
So you already don't want to, like, touch Gyasha when he's, like, covered in his ice armor, but would you also want to, like, touch him if he was covered in babies?
He could get a baby to go on, like, the hole in his back and just freeze, and then he would be fucked.
I guess Trish gets kidnapped. Like, that's just... And honestly, they don't bring her to Diavolo, so he never reveals himself and stays in hiding.
Yeah, so now he's got to get fucking, what's the name of the, like, his private guard or whatever?
a personal bodyguard or
It's
something.
a Unita Speciale.
I don't think of anyone in there that really stands a chance. Notorious B.I.G. That could be a problem.
What is he going to do if all the pit bulls are moving at the exact same speed?
The infinite pitbull rush. I'm not sure what he could do really, because Big will just take them out. I guess it would like try to take them all out at once. So if he just synchronizes the pitbull usage, then he could be fine if he leaps into the ocean.
I'm just visualizing this like chain of pit bulls that are moving slightly faster than the one before it. He just chases them into the bottom of the sea.
Araki drawing the scene where thousands of dogs die going, "You motherfuckers thought I was joking." I'm not fucking playing around anymore. Giorno's using the pit bulls like a set of stairs to climb up to Chocolata's helicopter. Each one below him turning to mold. You can't really do the bullet scene because Vista's not there anymore. But like the scene where he turns the scarab or creates a scarab in his brain, but it's a baby. Actually, fuck, how does he weigh down the helicopter? I guess it's just a lot of babies.
Yeah, just send a bunch
Or,
of
no, that's just a baby crying on the plane. Now it's just very hard to.
Oh, there's
fly
a
it.
baby on the plane, or on the chopper, but then I chain link of fucking dogs like it's Wonderful 101, grab onto the helicopter.
Unite hand! Honestly, I think just the baby on the plane is already a lot to deal with.
Chocolat's gonna be like, shut this fucking baby up.
I think he might be already adept for a baby by just ignoring it. You know, Bullrap isn't even in fucking Rome anymore because they haven't found anything out about Diablo. This whole plot fucking goes like part 5 falls apart if he doesn't meet Bruno at all.
Well, he meets Bruno, it's just that there's no way to take him out.
They just decide to ice him.
There's no like mercy with this stand.
I mean, yeah, when the premise is Giorno uses babies as his main targeting system.
And pit bulls as the attack method.
Wait, so does Giorno's new La Squadra, do they have Trish?
I would have to assume eventually they get her, unless she's like caught in the crossfire of this baby slaughter.
Yeah, this is like a really evil Giorno who is just like compulsively obsessed with finding out the boss's identity no matter what. So he can like supplant him. It's not even like a virtuous thing anymore. He just wants to be powerful.
It's a dog-eat baby world.
The only way you can defeat me, boss, is by creating a new identity. I already know both yours and Dopia's name. And the Diablo, like, forging a third identity. Giorno cracks a smile. A new identity. I've tricked you. That name is only one second old. The most prime ripe baby.
Right, so Giorno has defeated all of Bruno's gang. They have kidnapped Trish. All of the Unita Speciale have been annihilated. Fucking now what? Does the boss just like flee the country or what? The entirety of La Squadra are fine. They have not participated.
Well, except for Malone.
Yeah, well, he was a necessary sacrifice. I mean, this is still better for them than what actually happened because they lost fucking everybody. This time they only lost one. Man, things are looking up La Squadra here. They got Trish, all of the people in Passione that could oppose them are gone.
I guess it's go to Polpo in jail and like get some answers out of him. Obviously, this is the hardcore like take no fucking prisoners, Giorno. So I guess all the cops at the police station die. I'm assuming that Polpo has at least some information on the boss. Not a lot, given how secretive he was, but given that he was trusted with a stand arrow, so we'll use that as reason for him to feel to like start like making out details on what to go after. That's just what that becomes at that point. I guess they tracked down Diablo, but with no stand arrow, no requiems in sight. You can erase time, but you can't erase the hundreds of pit bulls swarming your building.
They got your scent.
Oh my god! Can you imagine like Diablo in the erased time, and then he notices that there's been a baby placed on him, and then in the fucking erased time, a pit bull comes crashing through like the dimensional barrier.
Their lust for blood is so strong, it doesn't even matter.
Plus, we still have a most of the squadron on this team.
I guess they successfully get their revenge, and Giorno usurps Diablo because I don't see a situation where this ruthless man isn't willing to go all the fucking way.
There's no situation where the boss fights and defeats the entirety of La Squadra and Evil Giorno. No fucking way.
You see, he's looking in the future, every outcome.
No matter what I see. Epitaph only shows me pit bulls. And then, while I guess sitting on the throne of Passione, Giorno gives La Squadra a shitload of... Nah, Giorno totally backstabs them. He's a fucking monster. And so Giorno sits upon his throne of nothing as he killed every fucking person. Truly, this is what it means to be a gangstar.
Just malice and hatred and destruction and fucking carnage.
Just him petting like a pit bull with like risotto's severed leg in it.
Right, and then Evil Giorno intensifies the drug trade in Italy.
Inside every ounce of heroin is a fucking the essence of a pit bull. I was gonna say end a pit bull like through like little fingers, but he's fucking dead. There's no doubt about that at this point.
I think Evil Giorno would be able to see the value in La Squadra.
I mean, like, but what if they want more land? Like, he gave them land, but like, if they want any more, then they're just gonna be a hassle. Might as well get rid of that right now. Sheila E shows up and she's like, damn, dude, did you kill Eluso? He's like, yeah. He's like, that's awesome. I'll be your loyal subject. He's like, sweet, you get to take care of the pit bulls.
I think Formaggio becomes the Brojo.
Oh, absolutely.
Because being able to have very small babies or very small pit bulls.
It's very useful.
Giorno's sitting there, sipping like a teacup, and they're like, what is that? Coffee or tea? It's pit bulls.
Pit bulls and babies.
It really puts the fight in ya.
I take my daily dose of pit bulls and babies just in case I'm lacking on things to work with. I can just throw up the pit bulls and babies.
It's a final tactic, yeah.
This is the worst hypothetical.
This started out like, it was obviously a dumb idea from the beginning, but this started out so normal. Like, oh man, what are Mista and Giorno gonna do against Ghiaccio if all he can do is make babies and pit bulls? And instead it turned into this like fucking evil sociopath man.
It's like that. You think about everything, and then you actually start going through it, and then you hit like a computer logic error where it's like, well, if it's all the scenes where he turned things to animals, then he would have to kill Bruno. You just create such a morally dubious character, all because leaky-eyed Luca called him a baby. Polnareff is just fucking confused.
Polnareff is like, what the fuck is happening in Italy?
He's been crippled by the former boss. He learns about this pit bull nightmare. I guess in this universe, fucking Jotaro is correct. That evil is an inherited thing.
Yeah. He did not inherit Jonathan's golden spirit at all.
And so I guess it then becomes like Giorno then gathers together his like allies, and he has to try to take down Giorno. How many babies can he prevent in the frozen time?
Yo, could Josuke like fix a pit bull and like turn it back into fucking like a rock or whatever he makes these things out of?
That's actually a good question.
Josuke might hard counter fucking Evil Giorno.
And that's how it happens. That's the real final clash. It's Josuke versus Giorno. and you just have this like full page spread of like the Dora Barrage, and it's just a bunch of fists and a bunch of pitbulls
turning into stone.
Jorno sits atop his throne of destruction, defeated, and then we done it. We ended the Joestar curse. Jolene is born in a pitbullless universe.
You know, Poochie would have been.
She grows up better.
Yeah, Poochie would have been a much better antagonist if that was like his goal all along. Maybe Dio's idea of heaven was a world with no babies and no pit bulls.
And so Giorno inherited all those. Oh, that's what happened. Dio needed to remove those ideas from himself, and he just shot those ideas into some woman. And that is where Giorno came from. This awful incarnation of the two most deadliest elements removed from the periodic table.
Alright, I think that has been quite the what if. This is somehow even worse than I was expecting it to be.
the verge of deciding the color of the rest of your life. Bit too heavy to think like that, but on both sides leave big impact. Get wise or rise, so it be best to find some.
Some of my regrets come haunting me till this day. Choice I made, it was wrong. I felt less to believe that I was alone. I learned it hard away, but you didn't have to go through what I've been through. 'Cause you're not alone in this frustration. So come with me when your mind gets set and good and free. Make a move before they can make it last on you. And nobody else will do it for you. Like a mountain and the galley playing in the dawn. And get the best one, let's all they drop the hammer down. Lost, look around you for a sec. You may feel lonely, but you're not alone. In this world, we're right here with you.
Coincidence that I chose to reach destiny. I sought for through scarred up, but I'm feeling good. Move destiny, I'm coming through. Partner, we can do this right. You're the fire, I'm the wind tonight. Burning dread, haha, that's right. Baby, 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 we tight.